Hello everybody and welcome back to Prester John. Last episode we were in the chill zone. Our rebels were not in the chill zone, but we were in the chill zone. We're probably going to continue to be largely in the chill zone here. We do have our aggressive expansion ticking down though. Who's currently occupying Mara? Hormas. These guys. They're currently occupied by Baluchistan. What is this war? Apparently they're in multiple wars. There's those rebels. Let's go ahead and bust them. And once that's done, we do need to go to war. That's basically the only thing that's been holding us up financially for quite a long time. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll kill these guys, and then we'll head down towards Mogadishu. We should be able to take Mogadishu without making anybody who matters angry, because people up here are starting to get out of range of aggressive expansion down this way. We've got a timber shortage. Hope we're not trying to build any boats. These guys are still protecting trade in the Indus trade node. Excellent. So they are making us some money doing that. How much money are they making us doing that, though? Not very. Well, we should probably keep the levy at a modest level. We don't really have the ducks to spend on it. Yeah, we've done this event before. Let's make the nobility a little sad. So who are these guys allied with? Mara and Malindi. Okay. We only have the one army currently. Maybe we should recruit up another army before we actually do this. Just a small army. Not a full army. We are currently really spending a lot of money. We could knock Mara out of this war incredibly quickly and then sweep down here and have our vassals deal with this stuff. Disallow vassals from attaching to us. Now we have too many diplomatic relations again. That's not really a surprise. I'm not planning on vassalizing anything up this way. In fact, we're probably not going to even take anything off of Mara. We might. We'll have to see what it does for coalitions. But we'll knock them out of this war really, really, really fast. Like, incredibly quickly. And then we'll swing the rest of our troops down here while this siege is progressing. So once we get up here, we'll go ahead and declare this. Okay, Mogadishu. We need to fabricate our claim. And we don't have a claim yet. Okay, we are 13.44. We'll fabricate a claim in Aden. There we go. We have a claim there in case we choose to use it in the next 25 years. And we will pull back our dip. He's just a dip. He's not a diplomat. He's just a dip. Yep. Look at all those dips. Very dippy. So, how long until Warsangali is actually annexed? November 1544. Long time yet. Okay. Currently using one a month because of our diplomatic reputation. Sounds good. We're losing our great power status. We'll want to do something about that. So, this is Malindi, these guys here. So none of this is particularly threatening. Hey! She has zealots. That's what I get for not paying attention. That's what I get for having plans. Well, we still have another month until we can start this war, but we're going to have to wait until we get back into position after we deal with these guys. We're going to have to re-siege this back, most likely. Come on. Get there. This is very slow. Apparently going into a den takes a while. It is mountains. Will our fort revert this back to our control? I'm not 100% certain on that, with it being rebel occupied. Yep, it will. So let's go ahead and march back, since it's going to revert it for us automatically. And we'll go ahead and start converting Weleda down here. It's been quite a while. We're actually falling behind on our conversions. Religious unity of only 57%. That kind of sucks. We need to get a second missionary as soon as we can. Okay. We now have the ability to do this. So let's go ahead and fabricate our claim here. Doesn't really matter what we fabricate it on. Stop building our spy network. We no longer will be needing that too much. That's some interesting separatists they've got there. But we will go ahead and declare war. Melindy and Mara will both come in. There we go. And let's go ahead and tell... Let's see, who will actually help us? Beja and Warsangali will. So we will go ahead and tell Beja to take this, and Warsangali to take this, and this. And then Beja can also have the objective of taking this. Keep these guys busy. We will tick a day, and then march straight into here, because we are going to knock Mara out of this war ASAP. Okay, we will go ahead and drop one infantryman here, and march on. We want to wipe them, so we're going to wipe them in Wusta. We will drop what we need to siege here. Our navy is actually fighting. That's interesting. Okay, what do we actually need here? We need 3,000 troops. So we will go ahead and pull out those plus a value cannon. And then we will go crush these guys. Excellent. Renewing loans. Yeah. We lost that. We want to... Yeah, they're trying to get back to port. But they keep getting caught. Well, we're going to start losing a few ships. That's fine. Completely fine. I'm going to go ahead and need to take a day. Shift consolidate this and pull these guys out. And march this way. Really, another one. Rip and pepperonis our fleet. Wow. We just couldn't get through here. Well, we're now safe, although we did lose 10 ships. Okay, so these guys can come up this way. What is actually happening down here? Just, you know, general horribleness, looks like. We do have the ability to do a few things, but none of these are particularly relevant right now, looks like. Okay, we'll merge these together and march down here. You will also march down here, but you'll be a bit behind. That's fine. So we need to get down here and clean this up soon. Our vassals didn't keep them very busy. Didn't expect they would. They kept them busy long enough for us to knock Mara out of the war. That's all we needed. Now this is essentially a unified front. We lost a general. Was that our good general? It was our good general. Of course it was. We'll just go ahead and have this guy lead instead. He's not as good. He's a lot of fire and no maneuver. We did get some improvements in land technology. Our generals are discussing the impact of some new weapons a local gunsmith has been making. They believe they can be used effectively in our armies if we get a few more people to work on it. 0.5 inflation for 50 milpow, or use caution and gain 10 milpow. Either way, that's good. We'll spare no expense, though. We do have a lot of inflation, which is a bit of a problem. We'll get there, though. So we just need to clean up these stacks. Our vassals can be trusted to go siege this back. So let's go ahead and walk over to this stack over here and defend this. Yeah, that's fine. They can do that if they want. They can think that that's a good maneuver for them. It's really not. They're kind of... They don't have a prayer here. They needed to join these two armies together to even have a hope. But they split up pretty significantly, and now we're going to be able to get in here and just crush them. We'll wait for these guys to get locked in to marching into Toged here. And in we go. They're going to try to come up and reinforce, I bet. They may or may not get there in time. Looks like they're not. There we go. Stack wiped. And they're currently locked into moving here, so we'll go ahead and catch them as well. Not much that they can do here. And we're starting to recapture this territory via our vassals. Hey, more loans, more inflation, just what we needed. And we finished this siege. Go ahead and move these guys down here, and we'll move towards the actual front. Let's go ahead and peace out Mara, since we can. If we were to take this, if we were to full annex them, how angry would people be? Yemen would be, Mara would be, Dawasir would be, Mogadishu, and Hobyo. That's not too bad. We're not scared of Dawasir, or Hobyo, or Mogadishu. Mara will no longer exist. We're not scared of Yemen. Interestingly, Hejaz will not be super upset about it. They're the only ones in this area who even have a prayer of threatening us, other than the Mamluks. We'll go ahead and do that. That'll be fine. Take 35 ducks as well to keep us afloat for a while. There we go. Go ahead and conquer that. Lower our overextension because our corruption is growing again. Because of course it is. By how much? 0.02? There. We're losing money again, but it'll be fine. We'll make some money from these various conquests. We're going to go down and take out Malindi. Our vassals are taking out Mogadishu fairly effectively. These guys can also come siege if necessary, since they're kind of the foundation of a secondary army that we have going on here. Kind of, but not really. Hey, 2k troops. That's adorable. Whoa, he raised mercs in these occupied provinces. Okay. We'll go ahead and see about wiping some of these. Actually, we'll just go like this. We're never going to catch these guys in Guido. Yeah, they're merking up. Okay, they can do that. We also successfully finished converting. Let's go ahead and get another one going to keep our religious unity up as much as we can. And we just want to trap them down near Malindi so that our vassals can just kind of run around up here and be annoying. We should wipe these mercs as well. And we did. Excellent. We'll just come on down here. There we go. We can purchase an ability, and so we shall. Resistance to Reformation. Institutional spread. We kind of want that. We're going to need it. We don't currently have anybody around here who actually will spread us colonialism, but once we do, that'll be very useful. We'll go ahead and walk into Lamu here so we can see Tana. Okay, we'll walk straight into Malindi, stack wipe these guys. And this is not actually their whole army. They have that army up there, so we'll go ahead and take them out as well, assuming we can catch them. Looks like we can. Excellent. And once that happens, then we can just blanket siege down here. Looks like our vassals are marching down and taking care of that for us. Go ahead and shift consolidate, and we will just do a bit of a blanket. And then we'll pull out a siege force and stick that in Malindi. And these guys can come up here and siege back. Okay, there's that war done. Excellent. These guys will also siege back. They'll siege back in Guido. And then we will go ahead and just siege Bardera, and that's this war completely won. We'll see how much we actually end up taking. We do have a lot of aggressive expansion, overextension, things like that. But we need money, most of all. We are kind of in dire straits on the whole money thing. Which is excellent. Not really. It's, in fact, pretty non-excellent. There we go. Took those back. And now we just are waiting on these sieges. These guys are going to go ahead and do that. So let's just pull out a few more troops. just in order to get as much loot as we can. We desperately need money, so looting these provinces will be good. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and switch these guys, just because these can actually siege. And once they get in, there we go. Now we move. Excellent. Now we're just waiting on this siege here. More native accommodations up here. Excellent. That colony is going reasonably well. And we almost have this war completely won. We are going to piece out Malindi separately. Not sure we're going to actually take much from Malindi. We might do some like core returns or something like that, but we're probably just going to take war reps and money. War reps and money. I don't know why money is requiring stammering, but money, I guess. Who wants out? Malindi wants out. Well, you're about to get out. There we go. Malindi! Do we actually want to take anything down here? I mean, eventually we do. We could vassalize them. No, we couldn't. Let's see. Is there... We could take Mombasa. Just Mombasa. If we take Mombasa... Who would hate us? Yemen, Habyo, Mogadishu, Dawasir, Malindi, and Hejaz. So Hejaz would hate this. I was thinking that would maybe be far enough that they wouldn't care, but apparently they do. I'm not sure they're strong enough to actually do anything. Let's not do this, though. Let's save the aggressive expansion for Mogadishu. And let's instead just take war reps, money, transfer trade power. Or steer trade. We could steer trade instead. That'd probably be a little bit better. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Malindi accepted our generous offer. And now, as far as this goes, I would love to just full annex them. This is going to make people pretty upset, though. Yeah. Hejaz at 73. This is what we actually have to claim on here. So what if instead we did something like this? And then vassalize the rest? That actually makes Hejaz slightly more mad, I think. No, it's slightly less. But I think this is fine. We take all of their money. That would allow us to pay off some debt. Is there anyone here we are actually scared of? The only one who's a possibility would be Hejaz. So let's take a look at what they have. 13,000 troops. We're not scared of Hejaz. It is a potentially large coalition of 6 nations. Most of those are tiny little one provinces, though. Mogadishu is one of them as well. They cannot join the coalition after this. Habyo is a 1 province with 1k troops right now. Dawasir has 2 provinces. Malindi we just beat up. I think this is okay. Yemen isn't scary. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Need somebody to replace our vassal that we're about to annex, after all. So we'll go ahead and group all of our troops back up over here, like so. And let's go ahead and core this. Excellent. And now we should repay what loans we can, which is only 1, but that does mean that we're paying less interest. So that's something. Let's go ahead and drop our army maintenance. We won't have any rebels for a little while, and we just need to make money and pay off our debt. I'd like to be drilling our armies, but this is more important currently. Our corruption is also growing, so let's just put about a ducat a month into that. Just make sure that keeps shrinking. It's not shrinking as quickly as I would like, but once we get our loans paid off, then it can start shrinking very quickly indeed. There we go. So there's that war won. This is quite the rebellion going on up here. Nobody seems able to deal with that. And our admiral died. That's no good. May as well mothball these ships right now, I think. Actually, let's not do that. Let's just go ahead and go back to protecting trade. We can build more ships later, but for now, we'll make some money doing that. And let's go ahead and keep working on our religious unity. That would be very handy. And as far as rebellions go, where are we most likely to have one next? That one's probably not actually going to happen. Independence for Mara? Yeah, okay. That's likely to happen. We'll go ahead and march these guys up towards Mara. We'll have to remember that our army maintenance is down, but other than that, we're doing pretty good. How are we doing in the Great Powers? We are no longer slated to lose Great Power status, so that's good. Habio is pretty angry at us, as expected. I'm not surprised by that. We still have corrupt admirals. That's, again, to be expected. And we can maybe pay another loan. Yes, we can. Excellent. Save even more money. And then once we get up to the amount where we can pay another loan, essentially we're just trying to pay off our debt at this point. Get some of these debts paid off, get our inflation down. It would all be good. As our local autonomy comes down in all of our conquered areas as well, that will result in more money. And War Sengali is progressing reasonably quickly now. 1530 in December, so that's good. Do we have any other vassal that is in a pretty good place for doing this? Potentially Beja. We'll go ahead and go back to improving relations there. There we go. Because we are currently losing 2 diplomatic power a month from having too many relations, as usual. It was kind of unusual that we weren't at the beginning of the last episode, I believe. It all runs together after a while. Hadia is still pretty angry with us. However, let's go ahead and start improving relations with them. If we can get this up another 180, that'll be just fine. They will probably, in fact, become loyal doing that. Adal is still disloyal. Mogadishu is very disloyal. No one is surprised about that, considering we just said, "You will be our friend!" at the point of a sword. Excellent. Well, we are pretty much at a good stopping point here, so I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in, and I will see you all next time.